Oh man, here we go again. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I've been through 2 songs now. This is my introduction to the artist himself and the rest of the band, and now I'm here with O'Malley's Bar. How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I am Dragon, or GreatStonedDragon if you're not into the whole brevity thing. I like to get a little high and then do music video reactions, but also so much other stuff. Rolling tutorials, smoke sessions, video games, all of it. All of it's already on the channel. Thank you for being here in the first place. My man Jeff has been walking me through Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, as well as a bunch of other bands and artists, but this is his new artist recommendation for me to get into now, and that's been a wild ride. It's got this dark mysteriousness to it, but just super interesting, like bluesy style musicians, accompanied by like a not Johnny Cash style dude who's up here just being a swagger hound. I'm loving it. So today I'm getting into O'Malley's Bar. This one I see is it's a longer video, and normally most of Nick Cave's songs tell a story. I'm excited to hear the story behind O'Malley's Bar. Do me a favor, if at any point you enjoy hanging out here with me, hit the thumb up button, subscribe. Thank you so much. As well as if you plan on doing I do like to do a bong rip before I get into any of the songs or any of the videos that I react to. So I'm going to do that. If you're going to join me in that, I'd say go ahead and pause the video right now, get something packed or rolled so that we can get into this video. Huge shout outs to Jeff. Thank you again so much, my friend, for hooking me up with another musical recommendation. You haven't led me astray yet, and I don't foresee you doing that anytime in the near future. If you at home are like, oh man, I want to see Dragon react to some stuff, and you have some things you want to throw my way, Linktree in the description has my Discord. There's a recommendation section. That's the best place to post those. Okay, I'm ready to do my bong rip. I'll see you guys in there for O'Malley's Bar. Ooh, this is the perfect visualizer for my state of mind right now. What a vibe. This is the first studio track that I've heard from them too. Everything else has been live.
I am tall and I am thin, of an enviable height, and I've been known to be quite handsome in a certain angle and a certain light. Well, I entered into O'Malley's, said, O'Malley, I have a thirst. O'Malley merely smiled at me, said you wouldn't be the first. I knocked on the bar and pointed to a bottle on the shelf, and as O'Malley poured me out a drink, I sniffed and crossed myself. My hand decided that the time was nigh, and for a moment it slipped from view.
What a vibe.
When it returned, it fairly burned with confidence in you. While the thunder from my steely fist made all the glasses jangle. Oh, when I shot him, I was so handsome. It was the light, it was the anger.
Yeah, it still has a bar sound to it, like a whole bar vibe.
Neighbors, I cried, friends, I screamed, I banged my fists upon the bar. I bear no grudge against you, and my dick felt long and hard. I am the man for which no God waits, but for which the whole world yearns. And I'm marked by darkness and by blood and by 1,000 powder burns.
It's really, I'm waiting for him to say with a red right hand the whole time, like that one song.
Lips that clean the ocean floors. When I looked at poor old O'Malley's wife, well, that's exactly what I saw. I jammed the barrel under her chin, and her face looked raw and vicious. Her head, it landed in the sink with all the dirty dishes.
That's the last place you want your head.
Daughter flesh of bone. I pulled bears from dusk till dawn. Amongst the town folk, she was a bit of a joke, but she pulled the best beer in town. When I swooped magnificent upon her, she sat shivering in her grief, like the Madonna painted on the church house wall in whale's blood and banana leaves.
Whale's blood and banana leaves. Roll it up.
Crumbled in my hands and I spun heroically around. To see Caffrey rising from his seat, I shot that motherfucker down.
Yeah, big dark edge to this one. Darker than what I've heard in some of his other ones, which is saying a lot, honestly.
I have no free will, I sang, and I flew about the murder. Mrs. Richard Holmes, she screamed, you really should have heard her. Well, I sang and I laughed, I held and I wept, I panted like a pup. I blew a hole in Mrs. Richard Holmes, and her husband stupidly stood as he screamed, you are an evil man. And I paused a while to wonder, if I have no free will, then how can I be morally culpable? I wonder. I shot Richard Holmes in the stomach. Gingerly he sat down and he whispered weirdly, no offensive, and lay upon the ground. None taken, I replied to him, to which he gave a little cough. And with blazing wings, I neatly aimed, blew his head completely. I've lived in this town for 30 years. To no one I am a stranger. And I put new bullets in my gun, a chamber upon chamber. And I turned my gun on the bird like Mr. Brooks. I thought of St. Francis and his sparrows. And as I shot down the youthful Richardson, it was Sebastian I thought of, and his arrows.
Some straight outlaw music.
I said I want to introduce myself, and I'm glad that you all came. And I leapt up on the bar, and then I shouted out my name. Well, Jerry Bellows, he hugged his stool.
It's interesting how he's only using his snare drum for like accent. The actual like beat hasn't kicked in yet.
Really big brick, I split his skull in half. His blood spilled across the bar like a steaming scarlet brook.
It sounds like he's using brushes on his snare here.
There at its edge on the counter, wipe my tears away and look. Well, the light in there was blinding, full of God and ghosts and truth. And I smiled at Henry Davenport, who made no attempt to move. Well, from the position I was standing, the strangest thing I ever saw. The bullet entered through the top of his chest and blew his bowels out on the floor.
Ooh. I get that way when I eat Chipotle.
Down the counter, showing no remorse. I shot a hole in Kathleen Carpenter, recently divorced. The remorse I felt, remorse I had, it clung to everything. From the raven hair upon my head to the feathers on my wing. They must squeeze my hand in its fraudulent claw with its gold hairless chest. And I glided through the bodies and killed the fat man Vincent West.
He's killing everybody in this.
Quietly in his chair, a man become a child. And I raised the gun up to his head, executioner style. He made no attempt to resist, so fat and dull and lazy. Did you know that I live in your street? I said, and he looked at me like I was crazy. Oh, said I had no idea, and he grew as quiet as a mouse. While the roar of the pistol when it went off, and he blew the hat right off the house. Well, I caught my eye in a mirror, gave it a long and loving inspection. There stands some kind of man, I roared, and there did in the reflection. My hair combed back like a raven's wing, and my muscles hard and tight. And curling from the business end of my gun was a query mark of cordite. Well, I spun to the left, I spun to the right, I spun to the left again. Fear me, fear me, fear me, but no one did, 'cause they were dead.
I really love the piano in this too. It's the perfect accent.
And then there were the police sirens wailing, and then a bullhorn squelched and blared. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands held in the air. Well, I checked the chamber of my gun, so I had one final bullet left. My hand, it looked almost human as I raised it bravely to my head.
Oh man, taking himself out?
Drop your weapon and come on out. Keep your hands above your head. I had one long, hard think about dying and did exactly what they said. There must have been 50 cops out there in a circle around O'Malley's bar. Don't shoot, I cried, I'm a man unarmed. So they put me in a car, and they sped me away from that terrible scene. And I glanced out of the window, saw O'Malley's bar, saw the cops in the cars, and I started counting on my fingers.
Well, they booked him. Throwing him in the slammer.
One, two, O'Malley's bar. O'Malley's bar. O'Malley's bar. O'Malley's bar. O'Malley's bar.
Jeez. What a way to fade it out. So I think there's one thing to be known about Nick Cave. Nobody should give him a gun. Like, the last 3 songs that I've listened to from this guy are all about shooting people or people are getting shot. And like, as fun as that is, nobody give him a gun because then people are going to get shot. I'm kidding. I know these are all stories and he's storytelling and is all part of the whole shtick of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And it's like very outlaw, very gangster-esque music. Like I said, I was waiting for him at any moment to do that part from that one song, With a Red Right Hand, because it fits just like his whole style. This was a wild story about walking into a bar and shooting the place up, pouring some drinks, and then finally surrendering yourself to the cops. What a wild ride. I probably have to listen to this. There's a lot that I probably missed here because there's just like so much going on musically. Like, you're just kind of bopping along, and then next thing you know, he's building it up and telling this gruesome tale, and one that's kind of heart-wrenching at the same time. But that's not like as opposed to any of the other songs that I've heard from him thus far. Jeff, thank you so much for this introduction to Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. What an interesting style of music this is. It's been a lot of fun to listen to, and there's a lot to decipher for me. So thank you again for showing me some new music and a new artist for me to appreciate. You're the man, dude. If you enjoyed Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, let me know down in the comments. Maybe you got some things that you want to see me react to that I missed here. Make sure to let me know. Linktree in the description. There's a recommendation section. Best place to post those. I'm going to go smoke pot about it. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe here so you know when my next video comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Dragon abides.